Hi, and welcome back to Who is Our Neighbor VBS. Hard to believe this is our last day together. I wonder what Sage will have to share with us today. Hey, here she comes now. Who's that with her?
Hello, everyone. Hello. Good to see you again. I've been thinking a lot about the story we've been hearing, how the man was beaten up and left in need. Two people walked by, but a Samaritan was a good neighbor to the man, and how neighbors can be different from us, even people we don't know, and still be our neighbors because we all come from God's neighborhood. So I brought someone with me who knows a lot about welcoming strangers. Remember how the Samaritan brought the man to an inn, just like this one maybe behind us? Remember that? I'd like to introduce you to an innkeeper. Say hello, round of applause for the innkeeper.
Hi there. It is so good to be here with you. I heard you're learning this week about who your neighbors are.
Thanks, Mr. Innkeeper. It's really been a fun week. We've learned a lot and made a lot of friends. But I bet you meet a lot of people at your job too. What's it like?
I love it. An inn is like a small hotel, but with a homier feel. Every day, new people come into my inn, and I get to welcome them, and I get to make them feel like they're at home. I take care of them, hear their stories, and try to meet their needs. I love making people feel comfortable at my new place.
What about the day when the Samaritan man came in with the injured man? What did it feel like to help him? Were you scared you wouldn't be able to help the injured man, or uncomfortable because the Samaritan was different than you?
Maybe at first, but when you talk to someone and hear their story, you learn that we aren't so different after all. And for not being able to help the man, maybe I could help him I couldn't help him perfectly, but I knew I could do my part, and that is all. God asks of us to do the best we can, to listen, to love, and to be a good friend.
That's a good point. What else can you tell me about being a neighbor?
There are lots of ways to be a good neighbor. The Samaritan demonstrated one way, finding someone in need and helping them. In my job, I am a neighbor in a different way. I welcome people who are new. You can be a neighbor both ways yourself, like at your church or school. If you see a friend who is sad, you can cheer them up, and that is being a neighbor like a Samaritan. Or if someone new moves to your class, you can welcome them and help them feel comfortable, like I do my job at the inn.
Have you met any interesting people?
All kinds. The guests at my inn tell me new stories, share new food, sing new songs, and make me laugh at new jokes. Each person who comes helps me to see another part of God's creation. I try to be as much of a blessing to my guests as they are to me. It is like your theme verse for today. Each of us must please our neighbor for the good purpose of building up the neighbor. I try to be a blessing to my guests, and they are a blessing in turn to me. And in that way, we build each other up and build up the neighborhood of God.
Wow, innkeeper, you're almost as smart as I am. I never thought about it that way. When I help my neighbor, they're also helping me by teaching me new things and expanding the neighborhood of God. It's pretty cool how we all work together like that.
That is pretty cool. Thanks for coming today and sharing your stories with us. And Sage, thanks for bringing the innkeeper.
You're welcome. Glad I could share my stories with you. Have fun today learning more about how to welcome.
Yes, you're welcome. And thank you for this whole week of helping me think about what Jesus taught me. I've learned a lot with your help. Hey, look at that. By helping each other, neighbors became friends. Goodbye.
Goodbye.